Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy K.I., man, the KNO-Double, and I am here in the spaceship. We got turtles on the wall, shirts in here, computers and technology and junk. It's crazy. And I am just here to explain to you the trip that I took to LAX to visit the Taxi Road Rally. It was my first time on a flight, first time seeing the ocean, first time doing a bunch of stuff. And also, there are really expensive candy bars. Let's get straight into it.
You seen this type of thing, this type of scheme, this type of dream, this type of phenomenon through early designs of automatons, self-taught but not by. Before the odds back in the BCs, when we was just species. Speaking of that, I'm excellent. You can't even hold my excrement. A weak rapper cannot.
So anyway, the Taxi Road Rally, it went from November 6th to the 9th. I stayed an extra day. I got there a day early. I ended up sleeping in the lobby because I'm a real G. That's what I do. Anyway, the Taxi Road Rally is an independent A&R service, basically, and it connects singers and songwriters together, the event itself. And it also, you always get email notifications, and they have plenty of offerings and connections with real labels, real TV shows, everyone from like HBO to CNN, to just doing little jingles for commercials or on the radio. And they send these to them, and a bunch of composers and songwriters, we all come together. We're like, hey, man, you're good with the brass and the woodwinds, you play the flute or whatever. I'm a drummer. And they come up and we make these tunes and melodies, and we make some money off of it that way. I got there a little bit late. It's my first time ever booking a hotel or a flight or anything like that. So when I got there, no one was there. There was this big ass yellow taxi in the front, but there was no other humans there. But I was in the right spot. So I go to the counter, and the lady's like, "Well, you're too early." So I was like, "Well, can I sleep in the lobby?" And guess what? I slept in the lobby. So my first impression was, I'm really about to sleep in the lobby right now. Yeah, and I stayed at the Westin Inn. It's like right near LAX. It's not even 3 minutes away from it. It was great. It was like all luxury and stuff. It was luxurious and vibrant with life, and we got a discount. I will say right now that that hotel room that I was in is better than the current living conditions I live in right now, because I sleep on the floor at my house, but there was a bed. So that's a step up. And even when I lived with Louie, my producer, way better than that because then there was no food. At least there was food there. Um, LA was dope. The atmosphere in LA wasn't as smoggy as everyone said it would be. It wasn't terrible. I was right by the ocean. It was really crisp. I never noticed that. I lived in Texas my whole life, so I just I just thought the world smelled a certain way, and everything smelled Texas. Apparently, when I got to LA, it was all crisp and it was fresh. I was like, I like this place. I might come back every now and then, when I'm a huge international superstar. Yeah. During the event, there was a lot of great speakers there. They had classes running from every day from about 9:30 in the morning all the way up to 6. They had some class or event. They had main things in the main ballroom, of course. Huge listening panels with industry professionals, performances, open mics. Upstairs, they had equipment. They had everything from microphones, microphone stands, headphones to MPCs, compressors, preamps. I will be getting that Millennia, by the way. Throwing that out there. Who did I meet that was real dope? Okay, so I I've never seen anything like this, but it was dope. So I'm walking around, and all of a sudden I'm seeing there's this tall chick. She's like this little light-skinned mocha chick running around, and she is dressed like from head to toe in just this complete pink flowery outfit from top to bottom. I mean, she was all into it, from the shoes, the pants, the dress top, the little hat, and it was awesome. And her name was Joy Villa. She's a singer. She goes all around the world singing. She's been in Japan. She lives in New York and Denmark right now at the same time, which is cool. So she must go back and forth because there's no clone of her. That woman was crazy. I was able to actually, we wrote something together. We all came together and we wrote something. We wrote a children's song. So be on the lookout for that, as I am a rapper and there's a kid song coming out about me. Who else was there that was dope? Rock Mafia was there. Rock Mafia was there, and I did not get to meet them, but I saw them. They seemed nice. Well, they did. They seemed pretty nice. They're wearing glasses inside, which means they're very wealthy and they're cool. Maybe I'll just cop some glasses. So I was way in the back. I was way in the back though. I didn't get to see them. I tried. I waited there, and they got swamped. And they showed up all the stats, and they sold so many records and producing things. I'm like, oh yeah, those guys are big shots. But they got a bunch of fans. I have fans. Love you guys, but I don't have that many fans yet. Who else is there? Yo, all right, younger audience. You're not gonna know who this is. I'm gonna say it. Look it up. Guy named Frank Zappa. All right, put out some really bizarre records. So it's like a cross between funk and Weird Al Yankovic lyrically. I mean, he just some of the stuff he was actually saying back in the '70s and '80s was pretty insane. So he was a very popular musician and composer during during the '70s and the '80s, and he always made records. But I met a guy named Richard Emmett who actually worked for him for about a 5 year period, and we will be doing some work together. And Richard is just he's a sweet soul, man. He's just real quiet, post up at the table reading his little paper. Like you would never know. I would have never met him if somebody had to point out, hey, that guy worked with Frank Zappa. I was like, what? No, that's a lie. No. And I go over there. He is just sitting there, just oh yeah, yeah, I did. So why you here? And he's asking questions about me. It's like I don't matter. You've accomplished things. I am attempting to accomplish things. You matter. I want to talk to you. And so I have his email. He's checking out my music, and it's gonna be a great thing. Bobby Borg was there. Bobby Borg is a drummer, a great drummer that has played for many independent bands and bands for major labels. He went to Berkeley. He's a teacher at UCLA now. He wrote a book. I got a great book from him called music marketing for the do-it-yourself artist. It's great. I recommend it. I devoured half of the thing in just like a couple hours. I literally just sat there. I loved it. It was everything that I feel an artist starting out needs to know. I wish I could have given myself this book 3 years ago when I started rapping. I'd probably be further along and I wouldn't have to go through so many pitfalls. So Bobby Borg was a cool guy. He taught a class and we listened to a lot of music and it was great. It was great. So those are some of the biggest highlights for me from actually inside the event, besides the highly expensive candy bars in the gift shop. I did not love those prices. When you're a kid and you go to summer camp. I never went to summer camp, but if this is how I imagine summer camp is. You go to summer camp for a week or a month. I don't know how long they last, and you get to know people. And you spend every day with them. You play cards with them, and dodgeball and stuff, and you probably beat each other up. And then all of a sudden, it's time to go, and you're just like, oh, sucks. I'm not gonna see you again for another year or ever again because we're too old to do this anymore. We're about to be adults. That's how it felt. I was one of the last people left. I got there super early and I left last. So that's how dedicated I am, y'all. That's how dedicated. There first, leave last. But no, I was there. I'm just watching all these people I met. Richard and Joy. And I'm watching them go. And Joy's going to Amsterdam, and because it's popular. And Richard is going back to Portland, and everyone's going here, here, and here. And I'm just like, man, I feel sad. Like I almost felt like I had an emotional heart for a second, and it was great though. It was great. That was probably my last feeling, but I was glad to come on back. I had stuff to accomplish. I had a list of things piling up to do, but I still have not accomplished. Um, and getting on the plane both ways to me. I loved it, but then again, I didn't go at any high traffic time. I didn't go in any holidays or something, and the TSA was pretty forceful, but they good. Me and the TSA and LAX, we good to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they didn't catch that huge amount of cocaine that I was keeping in my sock. Um, nah, that's not true. That's not real. Don't edit it out, but it's not true. Anyway, so yeah, we got through it. Flying on the plane, I should have been chewing gum or something. My ears were popping off the chain. But I actually ended up on the same plane that I was on. It was only its 11th flight. It was one of the newest in the entire American Airlines fleet. Um, and it was pretty dope, man. Everything, all the amenities. I was right next to the bathroom though, which is not something I was too excited about. Man, every 5 to 10 minutes, someone opening the bathroom, taking dumps, doo doos, and all that stuff. I wasn't feeling that. Um, what else? Leaving. Even yeah, that's about it, man. But I'll definitely go back to LA. I mean, the rally was just it was very fruitful. It's fruitful if you talk to people and do what you're supposed to do. You know, if you go there and you sit there like a bump on a log, no one's gonna know or care who you are. But I went, I made some good impressions. And okay, so we're upstairs late night. You know, we're up there making this kid song. There's we have a guitar player and Joy's there. We're writing this little kid song. I'm writing this little kid rap, and they're so impressed by my rapping abilities as I'm, you know, I mean, I'm prone to do that. Shameless. But so we're going there. We finally we're about to pack up, and everyone's like, "Yo, I'm tired. We got to go. We got flights. It's the last day because we're all important." And we walk down the hallway, and all of a sudden, this big old security guard is just standing there, just posted up, just giving us this look like he's about to come get us. But we walk past, you know, we're all calm, you know, we lay low, like cool, cool, cool. And he didn't say anything. So we go down to the bottom floor. And then, you know, we intermingle, you know, we buy some $8 beers. Um, I didn't buy any beer because it was $8. But then I went back up and I went back up to the hotel, and this security guard is still there. Like he's posted like a note, man. Like he's just there. And so eventually, so I just stopped. I'm like, hey, yo, you know, y'all, all right? Y'all good? He's like, yeah, yeah, man. I just got a noise complaint. I'm like, from who? He's like, these guys in here. Man, this couple was going at it in there. I ain't never heard anything like that in my life. It was just like, man, you heard them all down the hallway. And look, on the thing that makes it funny is not them obviously engaging in sexual activity, which I don't care about, but the security guard, he just looks so sad and dismayed. Like, I'm going to try to make the face. Imagine me as an even larger black guy. Okay, so this is the face, post up suit, all that. And he's just walking around in circles like this. So I don't want to bother him, you know. He in there getting it in, you know. I don't want to be that dude. And you know, he's smack. You can hear him smacking her in there, and it's like, man, what? We got to knock on the door. They're getting pretty loud. I mean, everyone can hear him on the entire floor. He's just like, hold on, we're just gonna wait for a minute. So here I am, listening to these guys get into some crazy, just sexual intercourse. And I'm next to the bodyguard, and we're just like, so other than this, I mean, how's your day going? How's your job? So, oh yeah, it's pretty good. You know, every now and then this happens though. So we sit there for a minute or two, and finally, you know, you hear the last smack of probably a buttocks cheek, and you know, I move and walk away. So that was my experience. All right, y'all, what's up? So by the time you watch this, the new mixtape I have coming out with DJ Watts would have dropped. It's called Departure. Um, DJ Watts is the official DJ for Soldier Boy. Tell him of Crank That Fame, Kiss Me Through the Phone, Turn My Swag On, and so on and so forth. And you know, I connected with him, and he agreed to do it, so we did it. So I hope you're enjoying it. If you've already heard it, and if you haven't heard it yet, I have provided a link down somewhere around here, down low. Get it, peep it, share it, the whole nine. I love you, kids. You can find me, Knowledgeable Intellect, Facebook, or KNO-Dub.com, my official website that's all pretty shiny and sleek, made by my man Landon Antic Shaw, bro. I don't even know if I want to call him T Shaw, like T Raw, so he need a new name. My Twitter, Knowledge1993. Hit me up on there. Tell me you love me, you hate me, I suck, I'm ugly, I'm a baller. I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. My ego is too much. Sorry. Not as big as Kanye's though. Yeah, man. And just jam my music. If you have any chop and screws requests, hit me up. I'll do that for you. And thank you for the love on the fornication tape too. I hope you made a baby to it. Just don't name him K.I. Church.
You seen this type of thing, this type of scheme, this type of dream, this type of phenomenon through early designs of automatons, self-taught but not by. Before the odds, back in the BCs, when we reached the species. Speaking of that, I'm excellent. You can't even hold my excrement. A weak rapper cannot.